think it's safe to say three-time Olympian Lisa Curry knows a thing or two about health and well-being, and now she's using her experience to empower other women with her new book, Happy Healthy You.
And we're delighted to say that Lisa joins us live from the Sunshine Coast this
G'day,
morning.
Lisa.
Morning, Lisa. You teamed up with naturopath Jeff Butterworth for this. Can you explain the 4 pillars of health that you explore in the book?
Yes, well, I met Jeff Butterworth many, many years ago, back in the early 90s. And since then, we've been working together to help so many women around Australia. So we look at the 4 pillars of health, and I like to talk about it. If you say you have to look after yourself. So self is spelt S-E-L-F. So the 4 pillars, S is for sleep. So the type of sleep that you get, the quantity of sleep, the quality of your sleep. E is for exercise. So you can call it exercise or movement, incidental exercise. Then you go into training and elite training. So what sort of movement do you have every day? And just looking at Julius and that dance segment, I think I'm going to start dancing, because if you watch the Blue Zone, if they say if you want longevity, you should dance. So that's a fantastic exercise movement to do. The next one is L. I call it L for lifestyle. You could call it for love, but it's also about being mindful. So mindfulness is a pillar of health, and being mindful of the type of people that we hang around, our environment, where we live, what we do. Do we love what we do? Do we love where we live? And of course, F stands for food. So this is the building block of health. What goes in our mouth every single day is critically important to how we live our lives.
It's so simple, isn't it? But, you know, it's hard to implement those things day in, day out. Now, you are obviously one of our favourite Olympians, but how did your own experiences inform what you wrote about?
Well, as an athlete, I went through years and years of training, and I had, actually, I'm just watching myself on the screen. I've never seen that clip before, so that's exciting. But I had men in my life that I really respected. I had my 2 coaches, Mr. Gallagher and Mr. King. After I finished swimming, you know, I used to do all that training, and then I put on weight. So I then went and got a personal trainer. She became a hero of mine as well. And when things start to change in your life, the different chapters in your life, you know, I was an athlete, but I'm not anymore. I'm a grandma now, so I have to really look after myself. So for the last 10 years, or more than that actually, you know, 25 years, I've had Jeff Butterworth in my life. So he's become my health coach. And together we've been able to be a health coach and lifestyle coach to over 500,000 women who are in our social media groups. So we're really proud of the fact that, you know, we're able to pass on all this fantastic knowledge to so many women to help their health.
You know, Lisa, you have really experienced the best and the worst of life, and you've drawn on such resilience to get through some of those moments. What is perhaps the most important thing that you've learned from Jeff throughout this journey?
Yeah, you're right. You know, I've pretty much experienced everything, the highs and the lows and everything in between. And I'm only now starting to feel like myself again. So for the last 3.5 years, where I've been just like curled up in a ball and feeling terrible, I'm only starting to come out of that now. So what I've learned from Jeff and what I've learned from our team of naturopaths and nutritionists in our group is that the body is an incredible machine, and it can actually heal itself given the right environment, physically and mentally. So what happened was, about 10 years ago, Jeff wrote a list of superfoods, so high antioxidant foods, high alkaline foods, and there's a whole list of those in the new book. And what I've done is I write my grocery list from those lists of food, and that's what's in our fridge, in our cupboards all the time. So it's really about education. It's about prevention of disease and illness. And like I said, the food is such an important part of it. But most people can't eat well all the time. So I think the 80-20 rule can exist. It's what you eat most of the time that makes a big difference.
Yeah, but giving yourself that little bit of a break is okay to do as well, and it's okay mentally. You would have so many women, I think, over the last 10 years of your wellness company reaching out to you, talking about trying to improve their lives. How are you seeing Australians doing that now? You know, we often talk about there's an obesity crisis or whatever, but we're also seeing people now taking care of their health as they reach a certain age.
Yeah, what happens usually is, you know, we're all about prevention, but if you don't take the steps early, it can lead to disease later on down the track, because it doesn't happen overnight. It can take 10 or 20 years of neglect to your body, but it's never too late to start doing something new. And that's a really important lesson to learn, that you can start right now today and changing small things in your life that can make a really big difference. And we understand the struggle and the juggle, the struggle of staying on top of work and family and fitness and socializing and home life and relationships and finances. And then you add onto that the juggle of sleeplessness, of low energy and mood swings and poor immunity and unhappy gut and weight gain and period pain. And I can tell you there's no one pill that can fix all of that. So our business, Happy Healthy You, what we do every single day, it's a system. So it's about starting with where you are right now, where you want to be in 10 or 20 or 30 years time. What sort of 80-year-old do you want to be? Because, you know, there are some really fit 80-year-olds out there who run rings around 40-year-olds.
Yeah.
And yet there are some 80-year-olds who find themselves unable to get out of a chair in a nursing home and dependent on other people. So you need to start thinking about, what sort of person do I want to be as I get older? And I always want to be the fun granny. I want to be the one that can look after the grandkids and go, come on, kids, we go to the beach to kick a ball.
Yeah,
I
exactly.
want to be that granny.
Have you already got the kids chasing the black line? Are they in the pool?
Look, no, not yet. I wanted one of my kids to be chasing that black line. And the closest I came was Jamie. She was a really good swimmer.
Yeah.
And Jet was a really good swimmer too, but he just said, "Ma, I don't want to do it." And Morgan, she's a fabulous dancer. So she's working in the blue zone already with working with people and getting them dancing. But the little boys, they're just trying everything at the moment. You know, they're kicking balls, they're swimming, they're playing, they're just being kids. And I think one day, you know, when they're old enough to decide what they want to do, they will do it. But swimming is it's a pretty lonely sport.
It
So,
can be.
But in saying that, I'd start it all over again if I could.
I bet you would. It's always lovely to catch up, and congratulations on 10 years in business too, Lisa. Lovely to see you.
Thank you so much. Appreciate it.
Take care. And you can grab a copy now of Happy Healthy You from all good bookstores.